For the public's help finding a man wanted for breaking into a home on West Kenilworth Street. This is surveillance video showing the crime as was actually happening. It's one of several recent robberies that police are looking into. Darlene Cusanza with Crimestoppers is here with more on that. We'll get to those break-ins in a couple of seconds. But you are working on some cold cases and some pretty brazen ones too.
Yes, actually, this one was a young lady she was only 26 years old, and she was with the New Orleans Hurricanes football group. But this happened December 8th, and it's Brittany Stevenson. And she was actually, here's a photo, she was actually found in her car at about 11:30 at night, 11:45 at night, in the 6000 block of Music Street. She had been shot multiple times, and we're not sure why she was parked at that location, but there was a red sedan that we believe were the perpetrators that was seen.
And this is almost 2 years ago.
This is 2 years ago, and really no new information has come through on Brittany's case. We're hoping today, just showing this again, that someone maybe will call or be able to now call in a tip. You know, Brittany was described as the life of the party. She had a young child who I guess would be about 11 years old now that she left behind, and really there's no motive. This year, during that year in 2020, she was actually the second person to be shot, female, from that particularly football team. So it's sad.
And Darlene, how often when you highlight cold cases like this, do you actually get response?
We do get responses. It's amazing because I think, you know, a year or two passes and people sort of feel more comfortable. A lot of times the perpetrators may not be alive any longer, so people come forward or maybe in jail. But we do get additional tips, so we love being able to do this with families.
And the one thing, people do fear retaliation. If you call Crimestoppers, your name is never divulged. It's totally anonymous.
That is correct. And for Brittany's case, there's a $2,500 cash reward. You know, so just that, please call in that piece of information you may be holding on to because it would help law enforcement.
Yeah, and the next one you're looking at happened on Allen Toussaint.
This is a burglar that we believe has hit at least 5 times, and this has been in the Lakeview area, Lake Vista area, but we've actually gotten calls about other locations. So this gentleman, if you see him, he's got the yellow vest on, and people thought he might have been a worker, you know, utility worker, but he hit 3 homes on August 3rd. That was 900 block of Allen Toussaint, 6100 block of Argonne, and 5800 block of General Diaz, which is all along the path of that retainer wall in that area.
And if you saw him, you'd think he's a worker in the neighborhood.
Definitely. So that's where we thought the camouflage, the vest was part of the MO for him. This car, this Toyota Camry, it's a silver Camry, has been seen at 3 of the locations. What's interesting about this car, it had a plate on it that was actually stolen from another vehicle that happened in an armed carjacking back in May. So the plate was not the accurate plate, but we know that this is a car that's been used time and time again in other crimes. And again, this perpetrator hit not only on August 2nd, he also hit July 29th on General Haig, where he smashes the rear window of the home, goes in and steals cash and firearms. And I mean, great pictures of that. And then this was
also... And you think it's the same person in each one of these?
Same person. Now this one he has, again, the vest on. So that was the General Haig location. The last one that he was seen in, he did not have a vest, but they still believe because of the procedures. This is the car that was carjacked back in May that the plate was stolen off of. That was a Ford Focus. And then he was seen in a different outfit. He had a black cap on with a 100 emblem on it, and that was actually the latest of the incidents that they believe that he's attached to. And that actually happened on August 4th in the West Kenilworth, 300 block of West Kenilworth Avenue. And again, same MO, kind of you see him casing around the homes, and during the day, this is not in the evenings, he's going in, and he's been very fortunate in regards that he's stolen things in each of these homes. And luckily, no one has been hurt in these incidents.
And you do hope that someone will see this person and recognize him and call in an anonymous tip, and then it'll help you and police solve this.
Definitely. We're getting a lot of information off of Nextdoor neighbor apps. We're getting calls. This is the gentleman, this is the outfit that was worn in the last incident on August 4th in 300 block of West Kenilworth. But do know, because this is multiple cases, there's a larger reward. So it's a minimum $3,000 reward. So, the funds are there, but everyone's concerned because this person seems to be this is a pattern for him. So,
and again, if you recognize this person and you're worried maybe there'd be some retaliation, when you call Crimestoppers, you call anonymously. Your name is never divulged. You never have to testify.
Correct. So. It's safe.
All right, Darlene, thank you very much. If you know anything about these cases You can call Crime Stoppers at the number on the screen. It's 504-822-1111. As we said, you will remain anonymous and you are eligible for a cash reward. Peyton?